If you're like most entrepreneurs, you've probably thought to yourself, I wonder if I should jump on the bandwagon and create a course online. In our increasingly digital age, it's no question that online courses are getting more and more popular and more people are getting used to learning from online courses and downloading them. Whether you consider yourself an online entrepreneur or not, I highly recommend that you get into the online course game. The only problem is you're probably wondering, well, how do I come up with a profitable online course idea? In this video, I'm going to show you my 5 steps for coming up with profitable online course ideas. And if you stay all the way to the end, I'll even share with you my secret hack for coming up with online course ideas that are not only profitable, but get you sales right now. Let's get into it. Hey, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to me, my name is Courtney Sanders. I'm an online entrepreneur, full-time entrepreneur, and I'm also a wife and mom. I've been full-time online for 4 years now, I think, yeah, going on 5 years. And I've made multiple 6 figures, not just in online coaching, but also in online courses and digital products. And so I have to tell you that everything that I am gonna share with you in this video, I have learned through trial and error. You hear me? I have learned through trial and error. So yes, I have made 5 figures in various online course launches, but I have also made flops, big flops, where I was like, oh, this was bad. I'm just gonna crawl under a rock somewhere and hide because this launch was pretty embarrassing. So I want to spare you the embarrassment. I want to spare you the pain of putting all of your energy and all of your time creating an online course that you think is fantastic and gasp, no one ends up buying it. If you watch this video and you do what I say, you won't have to worry about that problem. So without further ado, here are my 5 steps for coming up with profitable online courses. Step number 1, pick a course topic that's already popular. Do not try to reinvent the wheel here. So I talk about this concept in detail in my How to Create Multiple Streams of Income When You're Working a 9 to 5. And I share in that video that a lot of new entrepreneurs, and I find that a lot of new online course creators make the same mistake where they see a particular topic or something that's really popular in the market and they think to themselves, oh, you know, it's already too saturated, it's oversaturated. I'm gonna come up with this other thing that nobody else has done and I'm gonna be successful at that. Here's the thing, if a topic is popular and you see a lot of courses on it, that's a good indication that the demand is high for that particular topic. So you will want to structure the topic a certain way so that you do stand out, which we'll talk about in a little bit, but you want to pick what's already popular. So no, you don't want to do the exact same course that someone else is doing, but if someone else is doing a course on, I don't know, how to find love again after divorce, and you are a love and relationship expert and you're noticing all of these courses on finding love after divorce, that's a good indication that there's a strong demand for that and there are a lot of people who want to find love after divorce. So that's not your excuse to say, oh, it's too popular, it's too crowded, I'm gonna create a course on how to find love in your teens. Like what? Like teens aren't buying that course. Nobody's gonna buy that. So you wanna go with what's already popular, but you do wanna tweak it a little bit, which goes into my second point, fill in the gaps. So after you've already identified what's popular, you do want to fill in the gaps by finding out what's missing about these courses. What is it that these courses aren't saying? So again, if you are the expert, if you are a coach, if you are an entrepreneur, a service provider, and you know your industry in and out, you know what is going to help people get success, you probably can spot pretty easily what are some things that are missing from the other courses that are already on the market. And that's not to say that the other online course creators are bad people or that they're deliberately leaving information out, but the fact that people are still searching for this information and they're still, you know, purchasing different courses and even buying books and attending conferences and essentially looking for resources to help them solve their problem, that lets you know that the current offerings are not quite getting it. It's kind of like building a better mousetrap, right? Mousetraps have been around like forever, but if you go to Home Depot, you'll see hundreds of different variations of mousetraps because people still have problems trying to trap mice and it's not working out for them. You have some people who, you know, are very environmentally friendly and they love the animals and they would never want to kill the mice. They just want to catch the mice and then they want to release it. Other people who want to use chemicals, other people who don't want to use chemicals, other people who want it to, you know, to catch the mice really fast, other people who don't want to see the blood and guts and so they're like, give me a mousetrap where I don't have to see what's going on in there. So you have to think about what are the specific specific preferences of your target market. What is it that they like or don't like that might be a little bit different from the mass market? And ask yourself, how can you fill in the gaps with those courses that are already popular and out there? And the easiest way to fill in the gaps brings me to step number 3, which is collect complaints and concerns. So I actually love listening to people's complaints and concerns and even their questions, because my ears perk up, because I know that is a great opportunity to make some money, okay? Anytime somebody is complaining about something, they have a concern about something, they have questions about something, that lets you know that there is a need or a desire or a want that they have that's not being met. So go ahead and be a detective. Look at all the other courses, look at other people in your industry, see what questions people are asking about their course. Are there any reviews? Are there any complaints? What are people complaining about? Is that something that you can solve or that you can address in your course? Maybe somebody was like, man, I really like the course, but I didn't like that they didn't address X, Y, and Z. Maybe you can make a whole course just about X, Y, and Z and capture some of those people who were complaining that that specific subset of the topic wasn't addressed. So definitely pay attention to concerns, complaints, and questions, because that's a great opportunity to really dig in and differentiate yourself and create something that's going to be profitable. All right, I got more tips where that came from, but before I share them, I want to hear from you. What type of course are you thinking about creating? Are you a future online course creator? Go ahead and share your online course topic in the comments below. Okay, the next step to coming up with a profitable online course idea is to switch the niche. This is one of my favorite ways of coming up with a new way to approach a very popular topic. So typically you'll find in certain industries that people are creating courses that are really, really hot, but they're only addressing a certain target market. So for instance, I'll use my mom as an example. For years, I tried to get my mom to do all of these like P90X. Remember when P90X was hot? Oh my goodness, I think I'm dating myself. But remember when P90X was hot, and Sean T with Insanity, and remember all these like crazy, Jillian Michaels, all these crazy at-home workouts that were like really intense. I was so into it. And so I remember trying to get my mom to do all these things with me, and she just like was not having it. And I'm like, Mom, you know, like, come on, this is great. You say you want to get in shape and get Michelle Obama arms, like do this with me, you're really gonna love it. But my mom, who's in her 50s, was like, no, I'm not having it. And so I thought my mom just wasn't interested in working out, until I was really surprised that she ended up joining a gym later that specifically targeted people who wanted to get fit and get in shape, but do so with low impact exercises. And I was like, wow, that's really genius. This is my business mind. I'm like, wow, why didn't I think of that? But oftentimes when we look at what's popular, so for you with your online courses, you'll look at certain course topics that are very popular. You want to ask yourself, what is the demographic, what is the niche that this topic and that most of the online courses in this space are really addressing? Can I switch the niche? Meaning, can I talk about this same topic, but can I talk about it to a different subset of this audience? So for instance, right now I'm recording this in the midst of the global pandemic, and there are a lot of courses coming out about how to homeschool your children at home, because everybody's at home and schools are closed. So you might notice, and I don't know that this is true, I'm just using this as an example, but you might notice that there are a lot of online courses maybe geared towards school-age children who are like maybe in elementary school. So if you are maybe an online educator or a consultant, maybe you can switch the niche and you can talk about an online course for homeschooling specifically for toddlers and preschool, maybe specifically for high schoolers, maybe specifically for special needs children. I mean, think about all the different ways that you can address that same topic, but kind of approach it from a slightly different niche in order to make yourself stand out. Okay, my 5th hack for coming up with a profitable online course idea, and I really like this one because if you do this, you will get sales right away, and that is to solve what is urgent. So you want to focus on not just a problem that is popular, even though you want to focus on a popular problem, but you want to focus on a problem that is top of mind for everybody right now. So this requires you to be a bit of a detective and really kind of investigate your target market and see what is on everybody's mind, what is everybody talking about. Look at the news, what is really going on right now, what is everybody, really focused on. See if you can incorporate that in your topic for your online course, because that's going to make it all the more profitable for you, because people want that thing right now. So again, I'm recording this in the middle of a global pandemic. People are staying home, they're bored, they're trying to figure out different things that they can do at home. That's urgent for them, entertainment at home. So maybe you can incorporate that angle in your course and then have not just sales, but immediate sales, because people want to address their immediate need. Okay, so these tips will definitely help you come up with a profitable online course idea, but there's many more where that came from. And I know how difficult it can be when you're planning your course and you're kind of doing your bullet points and thinking about what you want to discuss. It can be difficult to stay on track and to know if you're still hitting those profitable problems. So that's why I've come up with my profitable problems checklist, which is a checklist that you can literally follow as you create your course to make sure that you are creating a course that will actually make you money and will actually be profitable for you in the end. So this is a checklist that I personally use, whether I'm creating a course, whether I'm creating an ebook, a digital product, an online coaching program. I do not release a product unless I can check off everything on this checklist. So go ahead and download this checklist if you want to stay on track, and hey, it's better safe than sorry. So go ahead and download this to guarantee that you have a profitable online course. All right, I hope you loved this video. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and consider hitting that subscribe button. But if you want more content like this, you are gonna love my podcast. My podcast is even longer, it's like 40 minutes. It's me riffing off various personal development, business, and finance topics. So you can find my podcast at The Courtney Sanders Show on both iTunes and Spotify. And if you want even more, make sure you're following me on Instagram at CourtneyLSanders. So with that, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.